Welcome to another video, and today we are playing Umi Control with Egyptian God Rock combo using the Guardian Slime. I loved it so much, I wanted to try it out in Umi Control. So we're using Fish Stoner to get an electric jellyfish, and we're going to use Foolish Burial Goods, get an Ice Barrier, get our Ocean Dragon Lord. Because God Ra, you only bring him out to close out the game. You bring him out as a big OTK boss. So we're going to use the jellyfish to set up the Ocean Dragon Lord. But opponent has an Imperm. Alright. Our plan has been foiled. Now, interesting fact about the Guardian Slime, and maybe something that will fill in a little bit of a role in the Umi Control decks. If you take battle or effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and then if it battles an opponent's monster, you can make it gain defense. So basically, blocks an attack for you, and summons itself for free, and it's a level 10 water monster, which means if you have Sea Stealth attack out, it's going to start popping the monsters that attack it. So a lot of synergy with this deck. Looks like opponent is playing some sort of trap deck though with Absolute King Blackjack. So yeah, setting 3 back row. Really bad for the Jelly because Jelly cannot negate traps. We're going to try our best though. Jelly going to activate, send the Pacifics to the graveyard. Try to special summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Opponent compulsing, so we got to think carefully here about what we're going to summon. I do think the Ocean Dragon Lord is the best summon still. So we're going to get the Surge. We do want to set up that block, but opponent setting a Dogmatic of Punishment with the Backjack. Extremely annoying, and another Compulse. So we still have our normal summon. What we're going to do here is get Foolish Burial Goods, an Ice Barrier, our next Ice Barrier to the graveyard. And we're going to add a Ice Jade Tremoras to let us special summon, so hopefully opponent out of Compulses. Let's special the Ocean Dragon Lord, activate. Get searching for the Sea Stealth. Set the Sea Spell, summon the Jelly, opponent Dogmatic of Punishing. Not much we can do about that. Norden gonna pop our back row. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. So, we're down to Jelly, opponent down to 2 cards though. So, we still got the Guardian Slime. If opponent ever gets an attack off on us, we're gonna get Guardian Slime, we could get Egyptian God Ra, opponent with the second Backjack. Getting back the Karibo, getting another search for a trap card. Alright, let's try this again. Very awkward drawing the Ra. Drawing Ra actually means we cannot combo, because to activate the Egyptian Chant, we need to have Ra in the deck. So we can't activate Chant now, which means we can't get its graveyard effect to add the attack of the monsters tributed. That's pretty annoying, but we can still do the Guardian Slime, summon the Ra. Opponent setting another Dogmatic of Punishment. Alright, thank you opponent. Very cool. Let's summon the Guardian Slime though, with the Jelly effect. And special summon the Egyptian God Slime. And now, we get to read this here. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Opponent's monsters cannot target for attacks and cannot target with card effects any monsters except Egyptian God Slime. So our jellyfish is safe from being targeted. We do get the chant. Cannot activate it though, since Ra is in hand. Let's get XE summoning. Making a Stealth Kraken. And opponent is giving up. Opponent, you didn't even let us summon the god. What is going on? Well, we were hoping that we could, jabate our opponent and summon the God Ra and attack them directly, but opponent not letting it happen. Dogmatic of Punishment also could have popped the Ra, so a bit of a risk. But you know what? Let's try this again. I think we can get this to go off. Let's go. Alright. Alright. Here we go. We got the Ocean Control package. We got the Egyptian Chant, the Ancient Chant. Let's send Ice Bear to the graveyard. Search. This is just baiting out Ash Blossoms. Search for the Guardian Slime. Search for the Jellyfish. And we're going to set up. Jelly going to activate. Sending Pacifics to the graveyard. Now, I've talked about this spell before. If you haven't seen my channel, you haven't seen this. Pacifics is Umi, and it's probably the best Umi because it has an actual effect. Get the Ocean Dragon Lord. Search for the Sea Stealth attack, and you're about to see the power of Pacifics. Can't understate this card's power, and the reason we're running it instead of the regular Legendary Ocean is Guardian Slime needs to be level 10 to summon the God Slime. So if you run Legendary Ocean, you activate Legendary Ocean on field, you cannot summon the God Slime with your Guardian Slime because he'll be level 9, and 9 is not 10. Opponent using an Allure. We are not going to negate with Jellyfish, although maybe that's a little greedy. It is kind of like a pot of greed. Opponent banishing Springen's Kit. We are going to get the token though, so little fun fact about this, whenever opponent activates an effect, if we don't control a token, we get the Phantasm Spiral token. So opponent activated an effect. We're going to get the token, but opponent chaining Super Poly. That is going to wipe up our entire board. Fusion summoning. A Moon Dragon stealing our boys. So opponent not under the Ocean Dragon lock anymore. They are allowed to summon non-water monsters. Also, we summoned a token, and when we summon a normal monster, we get a search for Pacific's card. That is a mandatory effect. Get the Phantasm Spiral Dragon. Why not? Opponent playing Despia. And I don't know if you know this, but having this Pacifist on the field against Despia is basically, I mean, I don't say it's 100% guaranteed win, but we are heavily favored right now. Opponent could get out of it though. They are summoning Lubellion. Going to Fusion Summon. Fusion Summoning, opponent. What are you making? Getting a lot of effects. This is classic Despia. Fusion Summoning, probably the Mirror Blade, but we'll see. Yeah, here we go. Mirror Jade coming out. And opponent getting more search effects. Searching for another Fright for Patchwork. They seem to have a lot of cards, but I'm not too worried yet. Opponent's searching for a Branded in red, and they are polymerizing. And they're chaining, responding with the Ice Blade Dragon. Now, what is probably the most sensible thing to do here is activate the Sea Stealth, remove our monster from the field, because then it forces the Mirror Jade to banish one of their own monsters. But I am going to get a little greedy here and start by popping. And there we go. There we go. We're going to start by popping. So we're going to pop the Mirror Jade. And what this is going to do is it means they're going to get one of their monsters pop, the Mirror Jade. And then they're going to have to choose to banish one of their own monsters. And then now they're going to get polymerizing, making a Masquerade. That is pretty annoying. Opponent activating the effect of the Mirror Jade in the graveyard. And a bunch of other things. And they're burning us because whenever opponent activates an effect and we don't control a token, we get the token. And that is not once per turn. That is every time. Every time. So we have an unlimited token factory right now. Get the token back. Paying 600 life points for the privilege though. Opponent with the Mirror Jade again. Activating Mirror Jade, banishing our token. Well, opponent, you activated an effect. That means we get a token. Although we are paying life points now with that Masquerade on the field, so I would like to get rid of that. Opponent, not reading, attacking into the Sea Stealth attack. This token is level 8. Every time you attack opponent, your monsters die. Opponent still choosing not to read, attacking again. Setting some back row. They probably think, you know, hey, I didn't read twice. That was just a coincidence that happened twice. We're going to keep trying. Opponent getting a Branded Fusion out of hand. Very cool. With the Albalentis. And Mirror Blade's effect, which activated a long time ago, is now popping our token. It activated ages ago. This is just the resolution, so we don't get a token from that. But opponent, if you activate another effect, we'll get the token back. Back to our turn. We don't have any plays, and I don't think there is a good play to make, so we're going to pass the turn. Opponent. Activating Fresh for Patchwork. Thank you very much. We would like a token. One token, please. There we go, getting the token. Opponent responding with Brandon in red. What are they going to do? I'm really worried about a Chimera, but even if they were to summon Chimera here, they don't have any monsters on field, first of all. But if they did summon the Chimera, it doesn't matter because we'll have the token by the time it comes, and we'll be able to save our field spell and all our face-up spells with the Sea Stealth. Opponent going for the second copy of Masquerade, though. Trying to make us pay taxes. And unfortunately, this is a little awkward. This effect, because we summoned a token, the search effect from Pacifist is activating. Even though there's no targets in the deck, it will still activate and burn us for 600. So a little mean. A little mandatory taxes. Sometimes you get overtaxed. You get taxed when you weren't even going to do anything. Opponent summoning the Mirror Jade here. Activating Mirror Jade, and we could do that trick again. If we banish our token, it would force them to banish either their Masquerade or the Mirror Jade. Probably should do that, but I am going to not do it here. Getting a little greedy. But I got a reason. Opponent. Summoning the Aluber. Adding another Branded Fusion. And passing the turn, no attacks. Alright. Maybe they finally read. Back to our turn here. Let's try and get out from under this. And I think it's time Kaiju time. Now we could have attacked over that, but if we did, I believe the branded opening would have stopped the destruction. So we would have not destroyed it. So That's what the Kaiju's for. Let's get in on our Kaiju. Get him back into our graveyard so we can use him again later maybe. Pass to the opponent. Opponent, what are you doing next? Not reading again. We're back to the not reading plan, except opponent, maybe they did read. They attacked and they banished that branded opening, which means they get to pop the token because their Mirror Jade was protected from the destruction. Alright, so we're down to no tokens. But, opponent, you damaged us. That means we get the Guardian Slime. Opponent, trying to banish the Guardian Slime. I don't think so. Sea Stealth attack, protect. Opponent gonna banish their own monster. Which monster would you like to banish, opponent? You have to banish one. Opponent banishing the Aluber. Alright. Main phase 2, they are activating branded opening to get a Dramaturge. Passing back to us. So we are starting the turn. Oh, that is very annoying. Alright, so we were about ready to summon Egyptian God Ra. We were all set up. Everything was perfect, but now opponent has Trevor Mercurier, and this can actually negate effects, negate monster effects. So if we summon the God Ra, opponent will be able to negate Ra's effect to increase its attack points, which is very not cool. Let's activate Sea Stealth, activate the Ancient Chant, search for the God, go into the God Slime. Opponent targeting their own monster with Dramaturge. Not sure what that was about. Oh, just kidding. They couldn't target our monster because of Umi. Sea Stealth 2 says that something about water monsters not being able to be targeted by monster effects. Something like that. It's in there. Read it. Read it later. So we're going to use the Ancient Chance effect to just boost the Ra's effect by the monsters tributed for it. And we can't activate, it's very sad, we can't activate Ra's effect to boost its attack points because we'll get negated by the Trevor Mercurier. And we don't want to be at 100 life points. Let's use the effect of Umi. Summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Crash into the Mirror Jade. Save our Ocean Dragon Lord. And now we're set up. God Ra traded for the Ice Blade Dragon. And you know, that wasn't what we wanted. We wanted to get in a nice, spicy, lethal attack, but sometimes you gotta win. Sometimes you gotta just try your best, and the meme dreams don't come true. Opponent going to combat, attacking again, not reading. We get it to save our jellyfish. Opponent called by the Graving, banishing God Ra. That is very not cool, opponent. We didn't have a way to get him back though. Opponent maybe just expressing their anger here. Anger that they got by the winged dragon. Back to our turn. We get Jelly back. Jelly gonna let us summon a monster to the field from our hand, and we can get a lot of damage in there, and opponent has given up, impressed by our God Ra. Alright, well, that was pretty sweet. We didn't get to do what we wanted, but Ra was pretty sweet in that game. That was not bad. Let's go on to the next game, see if we can do any better. Alright, opponent is going first. And you see I am running Legendary Ocean still at 1. I was doing different versions of the deck list, trying out different amounts of Legendary Ocean versus Pacifist. So this build we got more Legendary Oceans. Opponent playing Predaplanting with Keeper Dragon Magic. Now, while our opponent is setting up their board, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? Got lots of sweet videos. I'll be doing more videos, and you know, we got some new cards coming out probably next week, we'll see. With the anniversary celebration, I'll have some pretty sweet decks coming out then, so make sure you subscribe and check that out. Opponent setting up a Fusion Destiny. Now I will have the full deck list at the end of the video, the one I settled on, so make sure you stay tuned for that. While opponent is finishing their combo, summoning Malicious for some reason, and the Denier, and passing to us. Alright, so opponent, we're gonna give you a very nice choice here. Let's start by baiting out Ash Blossom before our opponent knows what we're up to. This is usually gonna give it away though. Opponent doesn't seem to have anything, so let's just go straight for it. Activate Legendary Ocean, normal summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Great part about Legendary Ocean over the Pacifist is it does let you normal summon Dragon Lord. Can't really be negated generally, and now opponent has to choose one monster to keep. All others sent to the graveyard. They're choosing DPE, probably the right choice. Let's activate Ocean Dragon Lord's effect. Search for the Rage. Activate Sea Stealth 2. Activate the Fish Sonar. Search for the Whale. Set the Sea Stealth attack, and this probably was a mistake. I probably should have also set the Rage to at least give opponent a 50-50 of hitting the Sea Stealth, but yeah, they made a mistake. We're popping the DPE. This is going to force opponent to pop their own back row. but they are going to get to pop something on field, and they correctly choose to pop the Rage. So really should have, yeah, a lot of mistakes there. I should have just gone for that pop play before setting the C stall. So playing a bit sloppy here. You know, learn from my mistakes. Play better than me. All right. Opponent summoning DPE back on field, but they are waterlocked. Ocean Dragon Lord saying no, you cannot. You cannot summon non-water monsters right now. Opponent slowly whittling away our Umis though. Back to our turn, drawing the God Slime. Is it time for Egyptian God Ra? Opponent conceding. Alright, well, you know what? It's probably a good thing they conceded, because we had Legendary Ocean on field. Our God Slime would have been level 9, which is not a very nice combo. That is an anti-combo. So let's go on to the next game. Alright, we are seeing a lot of people with very sloppy fields. What is going on? Get some nice fields, clean up your rocks, you know? Let's search with the Ice Bearer for a Ice Age tomorrow. Now we got Pacificus in hand. If we had Legendary Ocean, we could have summoned the Ocean Dragon Lord. Normal summon him, activate his effect. But we don't have Legendary Ocean, we got Pacificus right now. So we gotta search for Tremora so we can special summon something else from our hand. The compromises. They are compromises. Let's activate. Search for the special summon General Wayne, search for an Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier will let us potentially search later on. Also, he sends spells and traps to the graveyard. Banished. He banishes them if they're acted on the field. An opponent playing Runics. This is the dream. This is the dream. This is like our strategy. We have General Wayne to banish all their spells. See, it goes straight to the banish zone. That means they won't be able to draw. Opponent activating Huggin. Now we have a choice here. Should we Ash Blossom? Now I've always been taught you don't Ash the Huggin. The field spell. Is that the right play here? So we'll find out. Opponent discarding the Runic Tip. Because it was discarded, it doesn't get sent to the it doesn't get banished by General Wayne. He only banishes cards sent from the field. Giving us a token is nice though. Let's do the Phantasm Spiral token. Get a nice little search for the Phantasm Spiral Dragon as well. Opponent setting back row and activating the Runic Fountain. Looks like our opponent is a Reader. Reader not activating their Runic spells because they would get banished. They're passing us. And opponent activating there can only be one. That is not actually that bad against us. We have lots of varieties of monster type. We got Warrior, we got Worm, we got Sea Serpent, we got Aqua. We actually, all our monsters are a different type. We got Zombie. We're good. We don't care about all there can only be one. So that's fine. But Skill Drain, that is a problem. That turns off General Wayne's effect. So General Wayne and all our monsters are now Vanilla Beat Sticks. That is not ideal. That turns off our anti-Runic strategy. Let's activate Doom Kragan, save our General Wayne, and pop the Huggin. Not that it really matters that much. Just clear the Huggin out of the way. Opponent activating Runic Tip, and they're free to do Runic things. They are going to get the draw with a Fountain, so we saved our negate for this. Is this better be the right play. Opponent's starting to banish stuff. And it's not going to be long before they're popping our field spell, banishing cards. And now they're going to activate, try and draw 3. So Ash Blossom save us. Ash Blossom going to negate the draw 3. We got to just hope that opponent's one card is not exactly any Runic spell. And then everything will be fine. Alright, let's switch to attack mode. All our monsters are useless because of Skill Drain. Get beaten. And opponent's got one turn to bring things around, because if we can't bring things around, we're going to beat them. Opponent, of course, drawing the Runic Tip, searching for whatever Runic field spell they desire. Going to let them pop the Ice Barrier. Not actually a huge deal, except they're banishing all of our good monsters. Not that their effects matter, because they're all negated by Skill Drain. But we will activate Ice Barrier. We're going to have to search for not a Guardian Slime. We want the Ice Reach more back to special summon monsters, because we can't really use our monster effects on field. Opponent's setting one back row. And they're Runicking, which is a big problem because little doggo boy here, if we pop him, he gets to pop one of our monsters. And that's not going to let us do very much damage. So we're going to Kaiju. We are going to special summon the Marincess Coral Anemone to clean the worm off our field. That token was a worm, which meant we couldn't summon the Spiral Dragon. And the Spiral Dragon is the only thing we got that can beat over the Gameciel. Opponent Soloming. That is not cool, opponent. Banishing our Marincess. And we're going to special summon the Spiral Dragon attack. But opponent has another runic spell, the Slumber. And they're going to get to draw 3. And you know what? We all know where this is going. At this point, opponent has 4 cards in hand. Every turn for the rest of this game, they are going to draw 3 cards. And we're down to 15. It's going to be very easy for them to banish us. We don't have a way to clean through their field because they're going to start summoning the Huggins, the Doggo Boys. So we're going to get out of here pretty quickly. We'll give opponent a couple more chances to do nothing, but they're turtling with this Kaiju. We actually don't have a way to get through the Kaiju now. So let's get out of here. Go on to the next game. It happens, Runic. Skill Drain specifically was what won them the game there. General Wayne would have destroyed them if not for that skill drain. So let's go on to the next game. If we dashed the Huggin, maybe they wouldn't have been able to get the field spell. Hard to say. I think they did have Runic Tip though, so I think we played correctly. Going first, let's activate Jelly. After searching with Ice Bearer for our Ocean Dragon Boy. Ocean Dragon to hand. Now, I do like to send Pacifist normally, but I was testing out a build with no Pacifist here. Just mixing it up, you know. So we're sending Legendary Ocean to the graveyard. No tokens at the moment. Activate Sea Stealth on the standby phase by toggling on. And I always say this, and every time I say this, people say, how do you toggle on? Go with the settings on the main page, alright? Opponent activating Pot, we're going to negate with Ash Blossom. Our opponent, now this may be cheating, but opponent has a beautiful Toad Pet. Opponent has a beautiful Water Field. They have Waifu Sleeves. I don't know about the Waifu Sleeves, but this tells me that they might be playing some sort of watery deck, which means we don't want to give them a selection. We're going to get rid of this selection here. Negate the Pot. Opponent, what are you up to? Playing True Dracos. True Draco is very cool. Bit of a budget deck. We're going to negate the True Draco Heritage effect, which immediately lets them tribute summon a Draco monster. And we'll let them draw cards, I believe. Yeah, draw cards using up True Dracos sent from the field to the graveyard, so that wouldn't have drawn anything, but we're going to negate it anyway. Opponent, trying to pop our field spell. You're going to save it with Sea Stealth. Opponent activating Maiden. Majesty Maiden, going to let them add a True Draco to their hand. Alright. They cannot summon non-water monsters, but looks like they added a water True Draco. Opponent not reading. Can in with the Majesty. Little sneaky attack there into the Sea Stealth. We get our Jelly back on field, and let's try and get some damage in. Opponent Maxian. I do not want my opponent to draw cards, so you know what? We're not going to summon anything this turn. No cards for you, opponent. Opponent activating True King's Return. Going to special summon Majesty. Now we can't negate. Jelly doesn't negate. Doesn't negate traps. And we didn't want to negate the Maxi. Opponent trying to pop our Jelly. We're going to save it with Sea Stealth. Opponent searching with a Dynamite Knight. Again, a True King Return onto the field. Let's pop it with the Ocean Dragon Lord. Get our Jelly back, and we're got advantage here. Every turn we're getting a little bit of advantage. Opponent resummoning that Dino Knight, activating a Disciples, and not attacking. They have red. They are reading now. Let's pop the Dino Knight again. Back to our turn. Activate Ocean Dragon Lord. Opponent chaining the True King's Return. Summoning a monster to the field, and I don't think they have any more plays, so we're going to get him for lethal right now. Let's show how. Jellyfish, special summon the Fortress Whale. Summon the Warrior Atlantis, and go to battle. If only, I wish so much that instead of Whale, we had the God Slime in hand, because God Slime would have let us get raw. We could have attacked for like 1 billion damage, but sadly we're just going to attack directly for lethal. Sometimes you don't live the dream. Maybe the dream is impossible, but we're trying. Yeah, nice little victory here. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, one last try here. We got the Winged Dragon in hand with the Guardian Slime. It's a little awkward, as before mentioned. We prefer the Winged Dragon to be in the deck. Let's activate Legendary Ocean, activate our Fish Sonar. get our Ocean Dragon Lord, special summon the token, because if you have an Umi on the field, when you activate that, you special summon normal monsters. So we just get our token boy on the field for free. Very cool. Let's search for Sea Stealth. Set and pass. See what the opponent can do. Got them underwater lock. We got the sneaky standby phase Sea Stealth activated. Opponent Lightning Storm choosing the correct choice. Now if you're ever playing against this deck, the correct choice in this position is to name monsters. Monsters would let them pop the Ocean Dragon Lord, and our only option is to banish, save it with the Sea Stealth, and that removes the water lock. So the water lock will be removed, they could do their combos and attack in us, maybe even get lethal. But opponent choosing spells. Spells is wrong. Spells is the wrong choice, because we get to banish our normal monster, save our Ocean Dragon Lord, and opponent, apparently they knew. For some reason they didn't chain the Forbidden Droplet. They could have chained it and used their Lightning Storm to activate instead of sending the Doiton from hand, but you know what? Everyone seems to make that mistake. Maybe people don't know. Opponent summoning the Mathmech Circular. Now that our Ocean Dragon Lord is negated, they can do their full combo. So let's see how good it is. Can opponent get lethal? Can they get lethal? Well, Guardian Slime might have something to say about that. Opponent activating Mathmechs. Mathmechs top tier right now. They're tier 1 apparently. So let's see if Ocean Dragon Lord Egyptian God Ra can face up against tier 1. Opponent doing their little Mathmech combo, making a Transco Talker. Special summoning. The Splash Mage back from the deck. Thought they would go into Excess Code. Excess Code would let them pop the Ocean Dragon Lord and attack for a lot of damage. We would have stopped them with the Guardian Slime from getting lethal, but opponent instead going for Decode Talker Heat Soul to let them draw a card. And let's find out if opponent is a reader. Opponent is not a reader. Popping their own decode by attacking into the Ocean Dragon Lord. And now we got Waterlock back up. We got the Spiral Dragon. And unfortunately, as spicy as it would be, we do not have the ability to get the god on the field right now. We could summon the Guardian Slime, but he would be level 9, so we can't get the God Slime out of the extra deck. Let's Tribute Summon Mega Fortress Whale. Go to battle, attack directly, special another Ocean Dragon Lord, keep ourselves safe. Maybe next turn, this is not lethal, maybe next turn we can get lethal with Winged Dragon of Ra. Let's save our second copy of Ocean Dragon Lord from getting popped with the Sea Stealth attack. Opponent acting Transco Talker, realizing they can only target water monsters and they are not able to summon anything else, and they are going to give up. Alright, well, Umi just devastating people too effectively, and we are not able to show up the God Ra very much, but you know what? I had a lot of fun. Let me know if you like this deck. If you want me to give it another chance, try and get the Egyptian God Ra lethal attack just like we did with the Ice Jades. Alright, let's go on to the deck list. Alright, here is Umi Ra. Now, had to make a couple of tough decisions when making this deck list, so let's go through them together. Keeping one single copy of General Wayne in here is not terrible. It is searchable with the Mega Fortress Whale, so that is a reason to have him in here because he's a water warrior. We got one HD Tremora. We got triple Ocean Dragon Lord. The only hand trap I'm running is Ash Blossom, although I guess technically Doom Dragon also a hand trap in a way. One Mega Fortress Whale, one Gameciel, this is searchable with our ice barriers. One Winged Dragon of Ra, you will need this in order to kill people with Ra. Triple Guardian Slime. I wanted to show this off as frequently as possible, which is why I'm running 3. If you want to do this as a more competitive build, you might want to cut down on the Guardian Slimes. They're not terrible. I never was in a position where I thought Guardian Slime was a card I didn't want to have in my hand, but it is really searchable in this deck with the ice barriers being a level 10 water, so you don't need to run it at 3. I just wanted to be a bit more consistent. Triple Foolish Bale Goods, one Ancient Chant. I finally learned how to say it. Triple Fish Sonar. One singular Legendary Ocean, gonna let us search with the Warrior of Atlantis. 2 copies of Pacificus. 2 Sea Stealth 2s. A Rage of Kiarushin. 2 Ice Barriers. And triple Sea Stealth Attack. In the extra deck, we got triple Egyptian God Slime, 1 Baron, Nightmare Shark, 2 Stealth Kragans, 2 Kragan Spawns, a Zeus, Nightmare Phoenix, Coral Anemone, Nightmare Unicorn Access Code, and Underworld Goddess. So a bit of a variety here. And hey, you know what? I actually used the extra deck in this video, so maybe this is an improvement. Let me know what you think about this deck. I know we didn't get to do the Dream. We didn't get to make 1,000, 10,000 attack raw, attack over a monster and get lethal damage, but you know, maybe I just didn't have enough time. We played a lot of games. I got pretty close, but the Ocean Dragon Lord package I think is so powerful that if you're in a position where you can attack for lethal with raw, you're kind of already in control of the game. But we'll see. Maybe there are some games where you fall behind. Guardian Slime saves ya. You go into raw, get a lethal attack in. It could happen. Someone out there, try and live the dream. Alright. Other things to note, if you want to see a very sweet deck with this combo in it, check out my Ice Jays video, which I'll link in the description. Alright. Hope you liked the video. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time.